Good morning, Bougieaters. I hope you all are having a lovely morning. Today we will be recreating the new menu item that is on Starbucks menu. And it's called the Turkey Sage Danish. So yesterday I already got most of the ingredients, and I also had, some ingredients already in-house. So I did forget sage. So right now we're about to go run to Safeway real quick and get a pack of sage, to chop up and put inside the actual meat mixture and stuff, but also as a garnish. So I'm going to take y'all with me. So let's start the car and get going. First, put my seatbelt on and get going, and then it's on and popping, y'all. All right. I'll see y'all in a minute. Okay, so we are back home, y'all. We are about to cut up some sage and brown our meat. So let's do that. Okay guys, so I have 4 tablespoons of flour. We're gonna leave that to the side until we're ready for it. I have my sage leaves for my garnish. We have our nutmeg, kosher salt, and pepper. We have 2 1/4 cup of whole milk. And then we're about to grate our Parmesan. Ooh, this is an arm workout. Switch. Alright, this is 1/4 cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese that we're going to set to the side. Now we're going to get started on actually making the sauce. So I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I just turned on my milk. I'm going to put it on medium heat and bring it to a light simmer, and then once it's come to a light simmer, you're going to take it off the heat and start working on basically the roux of the sauce. Okay, y'all, as you can see, we have our light simmer, so now we're going to turn it off. And we're going to set it to the side and start working on the roux. Okay, so over medium heat, you're going to warm up, I want to say 4 tablespoons of butter. I think that's how much I used. And then once your butter has melted, you're going to whisk in your flour and turn your heat to medium-low. So give me a minute and I'll pull y'all closer so you can see everything. Okay, as y'all can see, my butter is almost finished melting. like I said, once it's melted, we're going to turn our heat down to medium-low and whisk in our flour. Okay, y'all, so here is my process. I made a little bit of a mess, but of course we're gonna clean that up afterwards. Here is how our sauce is looking as of right now. We're going to add the rest of the milk. You want to be gentle, but you want to be a little bit rough too, because the flour is very thick. Or it can be, until you get it to this consistency. But still, just in case you know, have any extra lumps or anything like that, you want to make sure you're forceful to get those to break apart. But you don't want to do it so rough and hard that you do what I did and make a mess. So we're gonna add the last bit of milk and then add our seasonings and our Parmesan cheese. All right, so we added our last little bit of milk in there, and we're going to just whisk. Make sure everything's well combined before adding our Parmesan cheese and our seasonings. I was so nervous, guys. I didn't know if this sauce was going to turn out right, you know, because I see a lot of other chefs who, you know, film them in the themselves in the kitchen, and you know, they make it look so easy, and I was scared because I didn't want to mess it up. But I'm actually starting to like the outcome. I'm actually, you know, getting a little hyped, especially since now everything has been well combined, and this is the consistency that you want for your sauce. So now we're going to add our cheese. Alrighty, now let's add our seasonings. All right, I'm gonna taste it to see if it needs anything. That's good. I do feel like, however, it needs more cheese. So I am going to do just that and grate in some more cheese. And just grate it directly into the pot. Alrighty. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it off of the heat, and you're going to take some plastic wrap and you're going to lightly press it down onto the sauce so that it doesn't create a film. I'll be back when it's time to assemble everything. I gotta go get the puff pastry out of the fridge and just mix everything together. So I'll be back, Bougieaters. All right, Bougieaters, so we are back. I finished my sauce. As you can see, it's over here sitting to the side. Now we are about to cut up our puff pastry. And then individually, you know, make the Danish. So I'll say that's big enough. All right, it may not be even, but that's okay. Long as they, you know, as long as they're able to form the shape that we're trying to go for. Right, and the oven has been preheated to 400. Now you follow the instructions and the temperature for whatever brand of puff pastry dough that you're using. This is what I'm using. We'll be right back. Okay, Bougieaters, so the first batch is done, so we're going to transfer them onto a plate while the other batch continues to cook. Close that one tight enough, but it still did what it's supposed to do. I like that. So I did do the second batch a little bit differently. In other words, I assembled it differently. So I added more sauce on top for the second batch so that hopefully, you know, it wasn't too dry and it wouldn't open up like it did here. So yeah, so I'll show y'all when the second batch is done, and then we have like 4 more left to make. Alrighty, here is the second batch of danishes, and we're also going to again transfer them to our plate. So I'll be back. I am actually so proud of myself. Look at my danishes. Guys, look at my danishes. I'm so proud of myself.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Find the station. I got the recipe.